it could be more of my faculty is here than my parents. So we wanted to take this time. There's no point in giving you brand new information right now because as we said yesterday, the Archdiocese has finally paid attention to our years-long request and finally demand that they come and repair our roof. Because that building is 100 and I want to say 110 years old at this point, we have had mold growing in some classrooms or wherever the pointing was the worst, dripping on the wall. It just bad news. And so finally they decided 2 weeks before we're planning to get school going to fix the roof. And I understand that they applied for FEMA money and they just got it. They weren't Archdiocese paying for this. So they got their FEMA money and this will be a $2.5 million rebuilding of our roof. No repairs, rebuilding the roof. And they're going to have scaffolding that goes down our building to protect any of us from anything falling off that roof. We have no idea what's up there. So we will have scaffolding to protect us all. They're supposed to begin putting that up on Monday. My faculty will begin coming in Monday as well. We'll come into our regular door and we're coming in with distance learning and masks and gloves if you feel that you need it to unpack boxes of school materials for our students. We will stack it by grade level, but also no parents, some of you have, in fact, many of you have asked about your child's materials from last school year, and we do have them. They're still sitting there in the cafeteria on the tables that teachers placed them on in March. So you will be able to pick those up and you will be able to pick up your child's materials, their new books and supplies. We ask that you bring a bag of some sort to carry them in. Books, it's going to be too hot for you to start carrying books in your arms. We don't want you to drop anything or lose anything. So we'll have those materials put together in stacks by grade level. All you'll need to do is pick up a stack of books because they will be identical. And if your child has materials that are in the school, you can pick up that bag as well. We bagged most of those things. I can't remember right this minute as to which group did not, because there was one group of children whose things are just there on the table, no bags. So we don't have bags. So I'm asking that you remember to bring a bag to take in your child's things. We're going to open the door off the back door, off the cafeteria on Tuesday and Wednesday for you to pick up your baby's materials from 9 until 2. That's a reasonable amount of time. I know that one parent asked, can a relative, a family member come? Yes, they will sign off on your child's materials on your behalf. I mean, you can send a high schooler. You know, it's a responsible person that will bring your child's things home. Know that we will have our nurse in if there's anything she has to say. We are continuing the building of our relationship with Adabo. If your child or you, in fact, need a ready place, that you can be tested. And so that is coming. Ms. Johnson has done all that she can to secure tablets for everyone. But if your child needs a tablet, and remember that all of your children are online at the same time, so you should go on and apply for every one of your children to have a tablet. So they're not using your phone, you need it. And go on and apply. Get it done as quickly as you can, because once the real deal starts, the line of parents trying to secure tablets is going to be long. Mr. Peduano, I spoke to him yesterday. He's already given me the heads up that there is a backlog that Microsoft is facing now in getting Chromebooks, because we were looking to ensure that every child had at least a Chromebook so that we would have all of our children technology ready. So know that we're looking to get that taken care of. So check with your Queen's Library now so that you can get a free hotspot that you check out just like a book. Don't wait till the end and there's nothing there for you. Or check with Spectrum again, especially if you use them this past season. If they did it once, possibly they'll do it again. They haven't advertised, but they're not advertising a lot of things that we kind of catch and hear when the news reports come in and they're trying to alert the public. So check with Spectrum, check with the library, and take out a spot, a hot spot, as long as they have them. Your phone can be a hot spot as well. So if you have your phone, I don't know how many tablets or laptops your phone can carry as a hotspot, but please do that investigation. We'll be back in touch with, yeah. Yes.
Just a quick, I was answering some questions on the chat, but
yeah,
there are two different tablets, like the ones that we collected that we gave out at the school that the parents applied for. Do we want them to reapply for those as well as calling the DOE?
You mean the ones from our school?
Right.
Oh, absolutely. I thought that was a given.
I think we will have to re-put out the form.
Okay, Mr. Pierre.
On Tuesday, we're giving the tablets and stuff out on a later date because I know they have to be updated.
Yes. Mr. Pierre, how many tablets do we have available for our children?
About 20. So we have exactly what we had given out in March, but we're working on getting some more, but those are available. It's just for us to update them. So Paduano and myself will select a date in September when parents will be able to.
Well, they're going to need them before September.
So Pierre, should we, are we going to give those back to those same parents? Do we have that log? Or should we put out?
Yeah, if the same parents need it, but I think that we should just put it back out where everyone apply again, because it might be the same need. So
okay.
First come, first serve. There are 25, they're functioning. But once Paduano is in the building, we'll be able to give a final number. Yeah, and I know 25 is available.
I know I did also tell some parents that still have their tablets and stuff that they took from us, their Chromebooks or whatever they got, to bring them back in on Tuesday and Wednesday so that those can be updated and then be available at the later date as well.
Yeah, those were the ones that I was referring to with regards to later in September, because those that we collect will have to update. The ones that we collected before, it's just to redistribute.
Okay.
But the date issue of September, sometime in September, we start school September 9th. And those families will need to be able to access the beginnings of instruction. So we'll just do it as fast as we can. Can we say that?
Yeah, and so all families,
We could.
if you haven't applied, just apply to the DOE. Go onto the DOE website and apply for a remote learning device. If you were denied before, I did ask anyone who was denied to contact me, and I reached out. Please reapply if you haven't already. They've only contacted me about one of our students that haven't received the device. So if you have not contacted the DOE, please go online and apply for a device there as well.
Okay. There's some good ones up here, Miss Johnson, about new parents not knowing the layout of our building. Or did you answer that all right already? Because the mom says thank you. They have laptops from their old schools. Oh. I would say let them contact you.
Yeah, if you have your tablet from the DOE through another school, it'll show up in ATS once we pull you over, so you can keep your tablet. If there are any updates, you just need to contact them, but you shouldn't have to return it to them. When it's time to return it, when school reopens, it'll come to our building instead.
Okay. Oh, so this mom says she doesn't know the layout of the building. Okay.
Unfortunately, we did open houses before COVID, and as of right now, we're not in the building yet. So once you come in, you can come in through the parking lot. Are we gonna
yes,
have come in through?
That's that's where we want you to come in, from off of the parking lot that's at the back of the building. Did that answer your question? Hope so. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else that we need. I don't think that there's anything else that we have to review. We've kind of tried to overlap information so that no new parent meeting has brand new other than the repair of the building that we talked about. We did ask that it's important that you pay attention to dojo before September 9th, because I would like to start school on the 9th with every child on at the same time, with parents there as well. We'll do an introduction, talk to them a little bit about what they should expect as far as school is concerned. We will then let boys and girls transfer, close out of this site that we're on now, and they will go to their teacher's site so that you and them will be able to meet your teacher. But it's important that they hear certain things from me as we start the brand new school year. We'll make sure, please write down this number to get into this program that we're on, so that we have it for the 9th. Please be there. We are going to start promptly at 8 a.m. We may not go the whole day. We may do a half day that first day, but we'll make that decision and put a schedule and a calendar in place for you to have as we begin school on September the 9th at 8:00 a.m. Okay? Any questions? I see some questions coming up, Miss Johnson.
Yes, one is just about locating the dojo, the chart, the listing of the kids on the track. So I'm just telling them it's on dojo. It should be on your class story page. it's impossible for me to be there with my kids
Okay.
because I have to work.
I have thought about that. Here's what I'm going to ask. That between now and September 9th, show your children how to access. We'll make sure that you have the teacher's web address long before we start. But teach your children how to access. If the screen goes black, what do they do to get back? What do they do to problem solve? We put devices in children's hands at 1, some 6 months. Surely we can show our kids how to log on and find their class and be on their class on their own, because I do know that there will be parents who are not going to be there with their children. They'll be with grandparents. And if your grandparents are anything like my mother used to be, she would say, I don't care about what you're doing on a computer. I don't want to know. So it's important. Yes.
I'm so sorry. You want to let Ms. Cuervo translate for you?
Oh, yes. Go, Ms. Cuervo.
Hola, buenas
See, I don't
tardes,
see her
padres. ¿Cómo
face.
están? I'm here.
Okay.
Hola, buenas tardes, padres. ¿Cómo están todos? La principal de más estaba diciendo de lo que va a pasar en el edificio, que obviamente vamos a entrar el 15 de octubre, si todo está bien. También estaba diciendo que de pronto el primer día de escuela vamos a hacer es mediodía, no vamos a ir durante todo el día, como es el primer día de la escuela. Y también que es muy importante que ustedes hablen con la persona que va a estar con su hijo durante el mes de septiembre, que va a estar virtual. You were going so fast. I could not catch everything. So just pause in between so I could catch up.
Okay. I will.
But I got it.
Johnson, give me the signal.
También dijo que cuando entremos en el martes y miércoles que traigan una bolsa para que se lleven todos los materiales también. I got just a little gist of the things that you told me.
I'll go slower.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. We will provide for you the procedures for how students will enter the building in October.
Vamos a darle los procedimientos de cuando entremos al edificio.
We understand that social distancing is the key. So we will be implementing social distancing. So we will ask for your patience and tolerance.
Entendemos.
Go on, Ms. Cuervo.
Sorry. Entendemos que el distanciamiento social es muy importante, entonces queremos que ustedes tengan paciencia con todo el procedimiento que vamos a hacer.
We have
Yes.
3 questions in the chat. Will Dojo, Ms. Todd Jones, I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to this one. Will Dojo automatically change to my child's new teacher, or will we get a new login info?
They'll get new login.
That's a good question.
They'll get new login information as the teachers create the classes. They'll send the invitation and they just have to type in the code and it'll switch over to the new teacher.
Okay, Ms. Cuervo, I have one in Spanish. If you can take care of that for me.
Is the procedure for classes like the 6?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what
She's saying if it's the same procedure of classes like it was the last 6 months on Zoom and Google Classroom.
Yes.
Sí, es el mismo procedimiento de clases que estábamos haciendo los 6 meses atrás.
So that
Except it's going to be even more robust as we've learned more how to use Google Classroom.
So the next question was basically the same. Will the kids be using Dojo? Dojo is a communication platform between us and the parents. It was used to collect work in the younger grades. So depending on your grades, you'll be using Dojo, Google Classroom, and Zoom. I know PK is at 9.
Dojo is not.
It's not
a platform for learning, for
right,
instruction.
Communication. So I know pre-K is 9 a.m., but we are signing them on at 8 a.m. for September 9th as well.
Mrs. Inforna, are you here?
Yep, she's here. She's here. Hold on, let me get her.
While you're getting misinformed, it says for kids who don't have a device, please once again log on to the DOE and request a device through them. We will be putting out a questionnaire as well, a request form, but please contact the DOE. The number is 718-935-5100. You can also go on to their website and request a device from them as well. I know in the past they did deny a lot of our charter schools scholars, but they are supposed to be giving everyone a device now. So please log in and try to get one from the DOE because we have limited ones in our building.
Hi, everyone.
They said hi.
Hi.
Okay, so actually pre-K schedule is going to be from 8 to 1:30. For remote learning, their day will start at 8, but live instruction will start at 8:30.
So the mother asked, should the youngest sign on for 8 o'clock that first day as well?
Oh, yes, definitely. We should all be together, yes.
So
Okay.
everybody is signing on at 8 o'clock on the 9th, pre-K and
Yes.
K through 5.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfect.
Okay. Miss Todd Jones, it says the lists are posted on the class story pages for the tracks, right?
Yes.
So you just have to go onto the class story page of your child's class, and the list is posted there to let you know what track your child is in.
It's actually the school story page, the Peninsula Prep one. The class one, it's not on there because teachers are creating their new classes. So
Okay.
their classes need to be completed before it can be posted there. But if all parents join the Peninsula Prep school page, we only have to post things once and everybody sees it.
Okay, Ms. Cuervo, there's another question here in Spanish.
Yeah, she's saying which is the new code that she has not received on ClassDojo.
The teachers are
She said she's not getting any messages, she's saying.
Let her know that the teachers are still creating the new classes. So
Los maestros, go ahead, sorry.
once they get that information, they will give it out to them probably when they're coming in to pick up their supplies.
Los maestros todavía están creando las nuevas clases, entonces cuando ustedes vengan el martes y miércoles a recoger los materiales, les vamos a dar el nuevo código.
I wanted to say that the electronic devices have to be to you before we begin remote learning. Because everybody is supposed to be able to participate in school. So we are not holding, your child should have what they need, and I will really encourage Mr. Pierre and Mr. Peduano to get those devices ready so that all of our children have what they need before we begin school. Okay? And
I'm just going to translate really quick.
Go.
Es muy importante que cuando empecemos el año escolar, antes que empecemos, necesitan tener una tableta, una computadora, entonces que sea su responsabilidad que el martes y miércoles hablen con alguien en la oficina si necesitan el apoyo para eso o abren con su librería local de su comunidad para ver si le pueden dar una tableta o computadora para empezar el año escolar.
We also have a question about a damaged tablet. If you could send a message in Dojo, because I'm not sure.
And we're not sure of the question. Anonymous attendee, you said something about for kindergarten. What are we talking about?
You can use any device that you have. If you have a tablet, a laptop, a desktop, you use whatever you have at home to log your child in. You don't need a specific type of device. Anything that you have that you can connect to Wi-Fi that your child can use for the day is what you can use. We have a limited supply. So that's why we're putting out a form. The DOE is supposed to provide for everyone now. So please, if you have something, use that. If you don't have anything, please apply to the DOE and ask for a device.
And you did answer the question that if children are coming to our school from a different school but have their device, hold on to it.
Yes, hold on to your device, because once we pull their information into our school, then the DOE will see that they're there. So when it's time to collect,
they have it
to us, right?
Okay. Where was told charter school students? No, and we fought that. We fought that statement that charter schools children could not get devices. We are the same children and same families that are in public schools in the city of New York. And so, of course, they were trying to cover their children first, but we're still saying, we still made a lot of noise that was not okay. So I hope that everyone hears. Ms. Johnson put a phone number. She put a website. Apply to the DOE for a tablet, or be one of the first 25 to apply at PPA. We have 25. And some parents who had them already are going to keep them, so that will lessen the number, but don't wait. We found that parents wait, and that these things are not urgent enough. Know that it's about timing and taking care of things right away. We are competing against 1.1 million other children that are in New York City who are included in the New York City public school system. And that includes us as charters. We are a public school. We are not a private school. So you cannot wait until you get around to it. No Child Left Behind. Don't let it be your child.
Because I'm sorry, Ms. Todd
Go
Jones,
on.
Ms. Todd Jones had put up, this is the same method from the beginning of when COVID started, when Ms. Todd Jones was putting up the DOE information, the phone number, the website. It's the same website, same DOE information. If you don't know it, if you can't log into the DOE, you could definitely look back into Dojo, but go onto the DOE website or call their helpline. I'm going to put the number in the chat for everyone to see.
She'll put it there again. Please take it and use it. Write these numbers down. Please write these dates down. Who should you request? Okay. Okay, Ms. Johnson, you took care of that. If I decide I want my child to do remote learning instead of blending learning, do I have an option? Yes. Send it to Ms. Todd Jones with your child's name and grade. Uniform tops. Okay. We want our children to wear uniforms because they need to be serious. We are in school. We do not want to see children in pajamas sitting in front of the computer. They take on very casual behaviors when they sit there in their pajamas. I've seen little girls, and I immediately tried to reach out to that mother, where a little girl was in her pajama top and she was busy putting her face down her shirt. And you know, there are boys and girls on these sites. But if she had had on her uniform, that would not have been her behavior. That is not the behavior that we'd ever seen her engage in while she was in school. It is important that boys and girls understand that this is school. We are somehow locked into the only real school is when you're sitting in front of the teacher. Let's see, how many hundreds of years has that been the way that children have been in school? The 1700s, the 1800s, the 1900s. We're in the 21st century. We have technology that can integrate so many amazing things into lessons. We were in crisis teaching and at the end of last year, where we were told this is what we had to do. We had never done it before. And my teachers and my staff jumped in with as much as they could to provide quality instruction. But as we begin anew, the instructional quality will be so much greater, so elevated. We want to use 21st century technology and all that is available to us. So we're going to give you information and instruction far surpassing what it was 300 years ago, because that's when students started sitting in front of a teacher who lectured at them all day. We want kids to be able to talk to one another, to have discussions. And this is why I'm begging that the environment in which our children are doing their work is quiet. So, and I know that's a hard thing to ask. I know it is. But if we can find a spot, even if it's the bathroom, a closet that you can put a lamp in so that kids can have a quiet space to learn, then we can allow, then they have the opportunity to be engaged in all that teachers are going to have going on to supplement and support learning. We can't do this alone. Let's all move into the 21st century. Miss Cuervo, I got the signal.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Here we go.
Sorry,
Okay.
I just got going.
It's okay. I know you're so passionate. Okay, so you said there's only 25 spots left
For
the tablets?
Yes. That we have.
Yes. Okay. So, la principal está diciendo que Peninsula Prep además tiene 25 tabletas avalibles, entonces los que entren primero es lo que les vamos a servir y darles las tabletas. Pero si cualquier cosa, como empezamos con lo de la pandemia, le dimos toda la información por el sitio web de cómo ustedes se pueden contactar con el Departamento de Educación, que le pueden dar las tabletas o computadoras, están avalibles, pero también tienen que recordar que hay muchas otras escuelas públicas que van a estar también virtual. Entonces, tienen que ustedes estar enseguida, contactarse con ellos para que tengan esa tableta o computadora avalible antes que empecemos el año escolar. También otra vez dijo que es muy importante que tengan un espacio para su hijo o hija durante este tiempo escolar, que estén callados. I'm sorry, que estén callados
It's okay.
y también que tengan todo el espacio
It's okay.
muy callado durante este tiempo. I apologize.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right, we're good.
All right. So let's see. Can you repeat what page all parents should be on? I'm not sure what, Ms. Johnson, I know you've been on top of this.
I don't have any questions in the chat right now. Everything was answered.
Oh, okay. Can I switch my classroom?
No,
okay.
not-
Ms. Pierre has already said it's too late now because all the tracks are filled.
Yes.
Yeah, we sent this out in July. And, we opened up as long as there's room, but right now there is no room. The only way that you can switch is to remote learning, but you cannot switch into a classroom. Is everybody?
There's a question. It says, when I requested devices for my children, I received an email that says the information will be shared with my children's school so they can work with me to get devices for the kids. Ms. Jones, if you could tell me when, if you can send me a message in Dojo, we can speak about that privately, because I didn't receive anything for the 2 kids for tablets. I'm not sure if you meant at the beginning. If you requested something at the beginning of the pandemic, they were not allowing charter school scholars to receive tablets. So please reapply at this time. You can call the number. I listed it in the chat for the number of the Department of Education to request a tablet. Also send me a message in the chat. Is it a request form to get a tablet for the ones at the school? Yes, the form will be out by tomorrow at the latest. Ms. Todd Jones, is that okay, by tomorrow?
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat your question?
She wants to know, will the form be
for our tablets?
For our tablets tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes. Okay, no problem.
okay?
Yes, our school is Q170. It's Peninsula Prep, yes.
Okay, I received an email that says the information will be shared with, okay. Is it a request form to get a tablet from those tablets there? We did that all right. Okay, we did that. This has been answered. Q170, yes.
Yes.
School code, done, right.
What is the name of the program pre-K is using again for virtual learning Zoom? Mrs. Inforna?
Hi, it's going to be Zoom. We're going to be using Zoom, just like the rest of the school, which you'll be receiving more information in regards to how to get on so that you can support your child as well.
Yes, that means you can change over into remote learning at any time, but you cannot come out of remote and go into a classroom until a quarter ends, which would be in November for us. Ms. Cuervo, there's a Spanish question again.
Wow, that's a lot of questions.
She's just saying what's going to be the time when we go into school. You said 8 a.m. to 2:30, right?
For K-5.
Well, for K to 5, it's from 8 until 2.
Okay, 8 to 2.
Mrs.
But
Inforna, the
and for pre-K?
answer for pre-K?
Pre-K is going to be from 8 to 1:30.
Okay, kindergarten hasta quinto grado va a ser de 8 de la mañana hasta 2 de la tarde, y de pre-kindergarten va a ser de 9 a 1:30 de la tarde.
Okay. One last thing. We really ask for your cooperation. There's going to be paperwork that's going to be needed to be turned in. We're asking that all paperwork be turned in during the month of September, when no children are in the building. And Ms. Johnson will let you know when she and Mrs. Hernandez will hold office hours, so that they're just not sitting there and nobody shows up. Ms. Johnson, what kind of information will need to be turned in?
Definitely the emergency blue card information. I'm not sure what other information Ms. Hernandez will need. The dojo information should be given out, and just making sure that everybody is signed back in, everybody has their codes. But the emergency blue card, any change of addresses and phone numbers, that's the most important information that'll be collected.
Okay, so we will hopefully have those ready for when you pick up your child's materials next week. I don't see why we wouldn't have them ready. And we'll have them there when you pick up your child's materials. It's important that somebody picks up your child's materials. If you have a neighbor that has a child here, they can pick up your things, but it's important that your child's materials are picked up. We don't have a lot of time. We only have 2 weeks before school begins, and our teachers are only going to be in the building on Monday and Tuesday. From there, we will be doing professional development, and it will be remote. We are not testing the water. You know, we're not taking risks. Ms. Johnson? Cuervo needs to,
And
okay,
then I have a question.
okay.
Lo que estaba diciendo la principal es que es muy importante que cuando entremos a la escuela, alguien tiene que venir a la escuela a recoger los materiales, pero también vamos a tener una oportunidad de dándole los papeles que son importantes como las tarjetas de emergencia y todo eso vamos a tener el martes y miércoles preparados para ustedes. Entonces, todo tiene que estar ya lleno para el mes de septiembre y si tienen unas preguntas pueden contactarse con Ms. Hernández cualquier problema que tenga.
They will post their office hours and they will be try to have it set up as conveniently as they can, because we know that parents work and you know, we're not trying to cause any more or an additional disruption to your lives. We are trying to do everything we can to support every family as well as we can.
I have a question. Is there a Meet the Teacher Zoom in August?
No, the Meet the Teacher is on September 9th.
So you're going to do a Zoom for Meet the Teacher?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to start out with a whole school Zoom where children are there along with their parents if they would have been if we had opened the door. And from there, children will switch over to their teacher's Zoom. It won't be a long drawn out period. So you will be able to leave and go to work or school or, well, no, all the schools are closed too. So, but we'll make it fast, but I need to set the tone with our students on the very first day so that they don't feel as though this is business as usual or how it was when we ended up in June. We learned a lot. We learned what we need to do. We learned what we shouldn't do. So we need to begin the school year as if we are all there together face to face. Okay?
Ms. Carter, there's a thing in there.
Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday from 9 to 12 to pick up the materials?
No, 9 to 2.
9 to 2. Martes y miércoles de 9 a 2 de la tarde para recoger los materiales que necesite su hija.
When will we find out for kids in track C, which group they are in? I'm not sure, because that would be your group, track C.
No, what happened is I know they said with track C, the groups were really big, so it's split into usually 2 teachers. I'm not sure, Ms. Laurent, is that for 2nd grade as well? I know it was for 4th.
Yeah, it's throughout. It's across. It's K through 5.
Okay. For track C, it's K through 5.
Yes, K through 5 is track C.
So
the whole school is track A, B, and C, school-wide.
Okay.
Except pre-K. Yes.
So she wants to know, when will she know which class the child will be in for track C?
As the teachers create their ClassDojo page, she'll get that invitation from that teacher, and then she'll know that he's in track C, and this is the track C teacher. So she has to wait for the teachers to finish.
All of those teachers will identify themselves. They're also going to set up Zoom meetings with their families so that you do have a chance. I'm getting the sense that parents would like to have that meeting with their teacher before we start school. So we will see how fast we can get those class lists put together. Teachers will send out their Zoom address so that you can meet with the teacher and speak with the teacher, ask any questions, and hear what their plan is as we move through this pandemic. So, okay. All right. Any other questions? We're ready. I don't want to hold people on forever. This was answering and asking questions. There's one. I can't see what you sent me on Dojo.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's from Miss Johnson.
Parent, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Okay.
We have no other questions waiting to be answered.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
How can I get the student ID's number? I can't find any report cards at this time. Just send me a message on Dojo from your child's class. And if you can't
Well,
be on
is this
Dojo,
a parent who is a current parent or an old parent?
it has to be an
New
old
parent or an old parent?
I would only have the information for the old parents.
Okay. How about sending it to your email?
Yeah, I'm going to put my email in the chat as well to everyone.
Yes.
If you are requesting your child's
the OSIS number, their ID. Yes.
You can send me a request email and I will send it to you.
Okay. Mrs. Inforna, any materials that pre-Kers have to come in for?
Pre-K, they do not have to come in to get any materials unless they'd like to come in for the uniform, Mrs. Johnson, to order, right? That's on Tuesday.
Yeah, he'll be there on Tuesday. They can buy it at that time, or if they don't have the sizes, you can put in an order at that time. But he will be here for my Deal uniform on Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 1.
Yes, but no other materials are required to be picked up.
Okay. School supplies for remote learners. What's the best way for us to transfer that information?
I would assume they're going to need the same materials that they're going to.
Well, not necessarily. How about we put supply lists on the school's website? Then you have access to it whether you're on Dojo or not.
It's already on the school website.
Yes,
Good, there it is.
On already, yes.
Will teachers be taking the COVID test on a regular? That is their personal, I would never discuss that with, I can't discuss that. That's violating their HIPAA rights. The governor has not demanded that, nor has the mayor, but all of us are very concerned about everybody's health and well-being. I don't know anyone who hasn't taken it, so, but I cannot mandate that. It's been suggested here and there, but I haven't heard anyone demand that my staff has to do that. But if it ever comes out, we'll be first in line. In fact, this is why I'm setting up the relationship with Adabo for our school, so that if it is something that we have to do, we will have ready access and turnaround. So I'm thinking about it, but I cannot say yet if I can guarantee that all teachers will regularly have COVID testing. We don't have to come in September. We will be coming late in October, and we'll see. Lots of things change between now and then. which is one of the reasons why we initially were not coming in September. We wanted to see what was going to be the fallout in all the other public schools since they were opening in September. But it seems as though we also got more grace because we're not starting immediately in October. So we'll see what the temperature is in the city as to what teachers and staff and families all need to do. Ms. Cuervo?
Sorry if you hear some background noise.
Okay.
Lo que estaba diciendo la principal es que una pregunta fue que si los maestros tienen que tomarse el examen de COVID. Eso no es una obligación, el gobierno no ha pedido que nosotros tomamos el examen y también no es algo que podemos, o sea, es a contra de las regulaciones del Departamento de Salud. Entonces, esa es la decisión de los maestros si quieren tomar el examen, pero si algo cambia del gobierno que dice que es una obligación que los maestros tienen que tomarlos, entonces obviamente siempre vamos a tenerlos a tanto del cambio. Pero por el momento no es algo que vamos a hacer. Y también dijo que por el momento tenemos que más enfocarnos en estando todos saludables y pasando con los reglamentos de la escuela y lo que está haciendo la ciudad de Nueva York.
But every morning when we all come into the building, there will be the temperature check, and then there's an affidavit that we have to sign every morning that states how we believe we are health-wise. If we have been in contact with anyone. So that is the only thing that I can demand. Like I can't demand that all of you get your children checked before we begin. So, and children, we understand, do not necessarily have to present, as well as some of our adults. But we will do what we can as far as keeping your children safe from us, and we ask that you do the same. And please know that one child who tests positive in a classroom will cause that classroom to be shut down for 14 days. If there are 2 children in 2 different classrooms, we have to shut the whole school down for 14 days. And while we will maintain confidentiality, I can't vouch for all the kids, whether they talk about it. Excuse me. So let's all do our part. I have friends who live in the Rockaways who tell me that there are many, many folks walking around in the Rockaways without masks. And, it was kind of scary and disheartening when the governor said that 11691 was one of the sickest zip codes in the state of New York. We all have to do our part to stay well and to not be a carrier. Please, this is so serious, life and death. And I have nothing to do with people's belief systems. But as this is happening all over the world, I have a tendency to believe that this is true. So please, please do your part with wearing a mask when you're outside of your house. And those of you with teenagers, I'm glad I'm not living with one right now. So they seem to be the main carriers. And the young adults, the ones who still have to go to a party or the bar every weekend. Please, we have to stay safe. Please do that for your grandparents, for your parents who are in the house. So thank you. I see one more. Okay, Ms. Johnson sent that. Okay. Yes, if that was to happen, a parent wanted to know if we have to be shut down because parents send sick children to school and we're out for 14 days, do we still have school? Yes, but remotely. But remotely, yes, that is what would happen. But we clearly don't want that to happen. Okay? Do we have to okay.
From Mrs. Inforna about pre-K materials.
Mrs. Inforna, it's a question for you. Do your children need to buy jumbo crayons?
Those are preferred, but of course, you know, if they are hard to find, you can use other crayons. Don't worry about that. And we understand the Lysol wipes. Any type of wipes would be appreciated. We know it's not easy to find them. Exactly how many baby wipes do we need to bring in? It lists says 2 boxes, but what quantity per box? Only 2 packs, not boxes. You can just do the 2 packs. No, not 2 boxes. Okay. I think that's it, right? Yes.
I think so. One more. I think that's it. That's it.
We answered that with Mr. Informa.
Yep, that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Wear a mask, please. Thank you so much.
Oh, uniforms will be in.
Thank you, Mom.
Tuesday only. Ideal uniforms will be in the building on Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 1. So please come in the uniform at that time.
Can they? Well, okay, 9 to 1. We'll get them in there. Please don't wait till the end. The line will be, you'll be standing outside because we have to 6-foot social distance. So be there early, get there. Pre-K does not need to come in. Yes, okay. Please get there early so that you're not standing in that long line that's gonna be outside, okay? All right, everyone, I think that's it. Bye, stay safe, wash your hands.